This weekend I was thinking about the women in my family. I'm gonna start with a cousin of mine. I'm not gonna mention names. I remember I was in her wedding as the ring bearer. I was so fat. They had to get a special tuxedo jacket for me. Oh, it was so embarrassing. Oh my God, the way it poured rain on her wedding day. And that marriage did not last. I don't know why. I remember my cousin's husband. He was very handsome. I think he was a teacher or something. He was a professional. She had two children. They lived right next door from us in Brooklyn. I know there was a time before her illness when I was visiting her, or maybe she was already ill and she wasn't telling me that she had cancer already, but she was dating a man who was divorced or was married or something. Such a beautiful woman, so smart too, so self-sufficient, was like kicking it with like a married man. It was just something. Or maybe it was that he was a lot older than her and he wasn't good looking. I understand now that the ones who are not so good looking might be better partners. And then she passed away of cancer, and she was not with a partner at the time, as I know it. And I thought that was really sad. And then there was another cousin of mine, and I think she passed away of AIDS and no one wanted to say it. She was stunning and beautiful. She was married at one point. I felt so much guilt about that, survivor's guilt, because here I was queer and had not contracted AIDS. And here's my beautiful cousin who was heterosexual, who had dated a man who was a drug user or something or whatever. And I don't know that for sure that it's HIV and that it was AIDS. I don't know that. It was never stated why she died. Isn't that wild? And then there was my younger sister who was vivacious and free and beautiful, wanted to work in the city, and she never got to work in the city. And she married a man. She dealt with a lot of racism from that family, and she lost, I think, some of her culture there, and I'm judging. Maybe she didn't. I think now she's in decline with some disease, and I'm not reaching out anymore to her, only because it just seems toxic when I do. And that's sad. And being vivacious with all of her dreams and her sexual prowess and her beauty, you know, she was with a man who, I don't think the vivaciousness and the energy and the intensity and the passion was there in that way. And I think she shortchanged herself on her dreams. That's just my opinion. I don't know nothing. Then there was my mom, who died alone, and who in her years, as I sit in my bed with my phone on, she would sit in her bed, fall asleep with the TV on. So we get on people, right, for like their phone use and being so dependent, and they got their phone on while they're in the bed sleeping, Grindr's on, and it's beep, beep, beep all night. And it's like, maybe that's the same company that my mom had with the TV on all night, falling asleep to the TV, leaving the TV on. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Am I like that? And I am actually lonely, alone. And I'm like, oh my goodness, am I heading down that path that I may die alone one day in that bed with the phone on and poof, you know? And I don't want that. But then again, I'm taking the course as it is. And I've been questioning myself. I'm going to pass one day. How do I want to like transition if I had a choice? There was two things I was thinking about. Do I want to like transition alone, you know, celibate, being real cautious and careful and mindful about the men and relationships and stuff, right? Am I going to go like that? I'm 64, I'm going to be 65 in 2024 in March. I got so much to offer, right? In a lot of different ways. And I'd like to be in a partnership with someone. And so I think about that. Or it's like, oh, do I want to like just have fun, just date, just have sex, you know, stay on Grindr, eat all the ass, suck all the K that I want, just go for it. As careful as I can, testing every month. And if I have to take antibiotics, I'll take antibiotics, just live free, sexually free, just like be as careful as possible. And then I'm afraid like the antibiotics will wear me down and have an effect on my immune system and my memory and all of that. And then I can leave this planet having had a lot of sex and having taken a lot of antibiotics, and then I'm out. Or I can leave this planet sleeping alone with Grindr on my phone, not doing anything, no sex, no partnership, because I'm overly cautious, I'm hyper vigilant, and I die alone that way. I ask myself, Soraya, which one is it going to be, girl? Which one is it going to be? And I'm not sure. And I noticed a pattern too with me in my relationships with men is like I've always been the one that has more, and I'm noticing with men that I've been dating, getting to know, they have to host just like I host. He has my address and I have his address. It has to be like that. Over the weekend, I was talking to this one guy in his 30s, and the conversation was great. And he can't host. And so I'm dropping it. No, this is no hotel, motel, holiday inn. It's got to go both ways. So I'm going to land the plane with attempting to identify further the woman that I am, like who I am and how I want to date. And what is it that I really want? My clock is ticking, yo. And so I don't think there's been one woman except for my niece, a younger niece, who I feel has the most healthiest relationship with her husband and children, and who her and her husband do a lot of fun things together. They have a lot of common interests. She adores him. He adores her. She's got a good relationship. So for me, in my opinion and my reflection, she has broken an ancestral, I don't want to say curse, but a tradition with the women. She broke that. They both dance, which is amazing. I've yet to have a partner that can dance and likes to dance and would dance with me. So those are the things that are important to me. So I know who the heck I am today, honey. You're gonna make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. Like I'm the only one that rocks your world. Like I'm the only one that knows your heart. Only Soraya in the world. All right, y'all. So thanks for watching. We'll chat about something else really, really soon. Bye. Mwah.